ahead. Just give us an overview of the fight.
Well, it's countdown. 3 days away from the fight. I feel great, as you can tell. My aroma, I guess, my vibe. I'm not really having trouble making weight. Making weight is always a problem, but this close to the weigh-ins and feeling this good, I'm feeling very confident that I'm gonna make weight very easy, and did everything, all the necessities that I need to do to be the best that I can for this fight. So just very confident and looking forward to this Saturday.
Do you feel strong? I know sometimes you come out of fights and say you didn't really feel as strong as you needed to be. Do you feel strong?
Well, 126 pounds has always been the weight division that I was always looking to win my world title at. I fought 130 pounds because those were the opportunities given to me for world titles against the great Marco Antonio Barrero, as well as the great Juan Manuel Marquez. Those are fights that I took because I felt I had to. I couldn't pass up the opportunity. But I've always been 126 pounds. I feel strong. It's been a while since I fought 126 pounds, and as people know, I'm a big puncher and I think a better fighter in that weight division. But sooner or later, I know I'm eventually going to have to move up to 130. So either way, I can say I've already fought both the weight divisions. So.
Can you talk about the style of this fight? We don't know much about Chris John.
Well, Chris John, he's a fighter who's very tall, lanky, good boxer. If he's able to outbox Marquez and outpoint Marquez, it goes to show what type of fighter he is. But I think styles make fights, and I don't think he has a style that I've never seen. I've fought over 150 amateur fights, and I've fought against the best fighters in the professional ring and in my weight division. And I feel that his style ain't gonna surprise me, and it's my style that he's gonna have to adapt to. So coming Saturday, it's gonna be two fighters stepping into that ring who definitely one wants to keep the belt and the other wants to win the belt.
And you mentioned that. I'm sorry.
How hungry are you?
Go ahead.
Well, I've always been hungry, man. I'm hungry to win every fight. I always pick myself up to the occasion to win every fight, because I know every fight counts. And it's just this caliber of fight at this level, fighting for the world title, especially here in front of Houston and in front of my family and friends, is something I just I feel that I have to win. And it doesn't put that pressure. I don't feel that pressure set up on me where I don't have that that negative vibe, and you always try to visualize in your mind how you picture the fight going. And a lot of fighters, they might have a lot of bad ways of thinking that what if this happens, what if that happens, but everything's been positive, and I think that by that I'm very confident.
You mentioned that he hasn't fought in the U.S. before. Now, he beat Marquez, but he really hasn't fought a lot of really tough competition. You think maybe he's a little overrated, and that you obviously expect to catch him with a good shot later in the fight?
No, I don't want to say he's overrated. I want to say he's definitely worked for where he's at. Chris John is he's beaten the likes of Derek Gainer, who was a good champion. He beat Marquez. I mean, regardless of what people might say, whether they gave it to Chris John or not, it's still on paper. People say Barrera. They gave the fight to Barrera when I fought him, but still he has the victory over me on paper. But I think Chris John, he's a fighter who knows he has to come to the stage to prove himself, and he's going to take this fight against me. And this is a fight that we both want to win and prove to the boxing fans out there, boxing critics, that we're the better fighter. Who's the better fighter?
Obviously, you plan to penetrate his defenses, get inside, land your patented body shots, and then hit him big upstairs.
Well, I can box. I can fight in the inside. I've always fought fighters that are taller than me. So, fighting a taller opponent is not something that's new to me. So, I'm gonna have to do my game plan. Do what we've been doing in the gym and capitalizing on his mistakes and just having confidence in my conditioning and my power, and that I'll get the job done.
Congratulations.